boy, was it a good week to be a writer and Sentai fan, because these episodes were good.
Yeah.
I couldn't watch Rider because I couldn't find a version that worked, but that's okay.
Unfortunate.
It's okay, next time. Cue the roll call!
It's like, what else is there to say?
Yeah, what else is there to say but
Connect. Loading.
Broadcast.
Perfect!
Showrunning super savant.
Level up!
Bluecaster super Ichi.
Loud and online! Greycaster, Robolane!
A spark of courage, the power of dreams. Orange Caster, Global Soft Perka.
Combining comedy and critique. On air since 2014. Radio Sentai Castranger.
Welcome to Radio Sentai Castranger, episode 493.
Pokemon, anyone?
It's episode Arceus.
God.
It's episode Poke God.
Okay, so this is not related to toku or anything, so I don't know if it works for news mode, but there are now official Undertale Gachapon.
Cool.
Cool.
No, I'm not pronouncing it Arceus or whatever the fuck else.
Arceus.
Arceus.
Opus.
All right. Anyway, so yeah, we are a bunch of servants of the Pokemon God who get together every week to talk about Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, and a third thing.
Listen, I don't need Arceus fucking staring me in the face like that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's creepy.
I like it.
All
He's
right.
just about to give you a cell phone.
I missed the theory. I missed the theory back in the anime when Pokemon came from the moon. That was my favorite.
All right. Well, our topics for this week are Gotchard episode 42, Boonboomger episode 18, and our featured topics for the week are the Kamen Rider Faiz 20th anniversary movie Paradise Regained, as well as the short and very non-canon 2-episode murder case side specials.
Hope you like goldfish, everyone.
Just trying to get those out of the way all at once. At least that's what Gar's idea was, and he's not here this week.
Nope.
All right, well, before we get into that, we've got a smorgasbord of news, and it's appropriate that I use the term smorgasbord because the first story is about Kamen Rider Gavv, who was officially revealed.
Oh yeah, it's easy. This might be like, I don't know if they could make a gimmick that is more like, oh my god, I want to get these than this.
It's literally a dog gummy themed rider, I guess. I have no fucking
Pretty much
idea.
what the rumors were all saying, and unfortunately this means that the horrible belt design we saw is also accurate. I don't like the belt.
it's like it's okay.
It's got a tongue.
Someone did a picture of the belt, but with 2 icons on top of it.
Oh god.
But like,
no, I put it in the chat.
No, I saw it. I wish I could unsee it.
I just wonder why it also
You're gonna have to see it again, I'm sorry.
I wonder why it has the build driver crank.
to make the teeth go nom nom.
I guess so.
What's interesting though is for the first time in a while, it's not called the blank driver. It's, according to this, it's the Henshin Belt Gavv or Gabu.
Oh, interesting. It's not a driver.
I'm just gonna call him Gavv. It's easier.
Yep. So it looks like the gimmicks are these little snack packages called gochizos.
Yeah, so it's
I
like
love everything about them.
His gimmick is like snacks, I guess.
Yeah, and it looks like the main one is Poppin' Gummy. So they start as these little snack packages with cute eyes, and then they open up into little gremlin monsters.
like little Bakugan with their snack. They're Snackugan!
Snackugan!
God damn it!
Oh, God.
I wish I could say I thought of that like beforehand and was setting it up, but no, I just Sorry.
Oh,
I just realized it as I was saying it.
Choking on my own rage here.
I'm writing that down as the title for now, unless we come up with a better one.
No, this should be the name of the episode when we talk about the first episode of Gavv. Put that in the back burner.
So, Eitaro in our Discord is suggesting that this belt will be sentient and speak, and I really, 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 really fucking hope it does not.
What do you mean?
It has to sound like Cookie Monster.
Oh, God.
Like talking rider things. Like that. Why do you think the driver is still my favorite rider belt to this very day? Because it has a fucking AI built into it.
There's a difference between an AI on a computer LED display and this thing with a giant gaping mouth very near to a man's dick.
Those eyes, like on the top of the belt, are gonna like fucking open and animate, and you're gonna be like, you're gonna scream.
Yes,
like,
no, absolutely.
This Gavv better be the juicy kid. I swear to God.
Everyone's hoping that it will be the kid from the Juicy commercials.
He's 19. He's rider age.
So
he's clearly rider.
You know what? I'll say what we're all thinking, or at least what some of us are thinking. It's really fucking dumb, but unfortunately, precedent leads us to believe that this will mean that the story will probably be fucking amazing.
Yeah, it might have the same kind of as Gaim. Like Gaim had a stupid gimmick, but
the second coming of Gaim.
The story was so good.
I will say though, like if putting the belt aside, Gav's design for his base form, I think it's pretty effective.
It's cool. Again, it's
I like
not
the
really what
gummy
I'm into.
like translucency.
He's got these little like rabbit ears on the face mask.
Supposedly, yeah,
That's
apparently, like, people
too.
are saying it's like a tooth. It's like a dog.
A dog.
So yeah, well, because like you can kind of see like the nose and then the like the ears. So it's kind of like a dog almost.
Oh, I guess so.
But yeah,
I
it's
don't know.
definitely supposed to be more of a tooth.
All right, so let's read what details we've got revealed by Toei and TV Asahi so far. A hero powered by sweets. Featuring a clear purple body that gives off a bouncy feeling reminiscent of a gummy candy, Kamen Rider Gavv's primary form is based on a squishy and juicy gummy candy. His transformation...
Wait, juicy.
Yeah, as in
They
juicy!
No,
Nice.
you know what's interesting too is my favorite type of candy, because like I don't really eat candy much anymore, but my favorite type of candy is gummies, because they're like cute, tasty, and easy to eat.
Yes, see, I don't like gummies. I don't like the texture when you put it in your mouth, but Japanese gummies I do like. It's weird.
Oh yeah, I remember when I used to order stuff off of like eBay and stuff like that, like Toku toys and stuff from CS Toys and stuff like that, and like when you get like the candy toy stuff, and I love the candies that came in that. What were gummies?
Yeah, like. No,
That's what it reminds me of, Multi. Holy shit! It's a fucking alien, Dr. Gowerman. Oh my god, that's totally what it is.
The chocolate wafers that come with those stickers are like really, really good. Like they shouldn't be as tasty as they are.
All right, so his transformation belt, the Henshin belt Gavv, looks like a mouth, and inside it is a figure of a mysterious mini monster called Gochizo. What does Gochizo mean to Gavv? Aside from gummy candy, this bright and poppy new hero will have other forms based on other candy popular to kids. What kind of candy will give Gavv new powers? If there's a lollipop form, I might be interested.
Yeah, but that implies that like you just like crunch the lollipop in one bite.
Oh, that would no, because like the only one you can almost do that with is a Tootsie Pop, supposedly, because it's like three licks and then one bite.
So
The belt has a tongue. That's all I'm saying.
So we want there to be a lollipop form, and then he just presses it over and over and just goes.
Well, supposedly
I don't know.
He has like a potato chip form, so I'm interested to see that.
He is a potato chip.
More details about the belt will be revealed on July 7th, so the day after this episode goes out.
Emily's
I'll
like,
take a potato chip.
Emily's like,
An
if
engine.
if he gets a nacho form, I'm done.
Honestly, if he gets any form, I'm already done because I really like food-themed stuff.
Yeah.
TV Asahi's Takahiro Okawa, who's working on Gotchard, will serve as the show's general producer. TV Asahi's Keisuke Shibataka, Toei's Naomi Takabe, who did O's and Geats, and Toei's Minami Takishima as fellow producers.
I want the villains of this show to just be like
Cavity
vegetables.
creeps?
No, like vegetables. Because the main rider's an unhealthy based rider, like power rider.
That's such
hero.
a bad message,
Make the
but
villains
it's also
be
hilarious.
vegetables, be healthy food.
Oh no.
You gotta have vegetables, plant-based ones, vegan.
Tofu.
I expected it's gonna be cavities though.
Tofu monster. Yeah,
Cavity themed, yeah.
We put holes in riders. We put
Jesus.
holes in riders.
Wow, that's a deep cut there.
Hopefully not too deep.
Yeah, I know.
The series will be directed by Teruaki Sugihara, who did the Reiwa First Generation movie,
Okay.
and as action director Satoshi Fujita, who did Geats.
Okay, so the action's gonna be good. Geats was good action-wise.
Composing the show's music is Go Sakabe, who did 01, which is a good sign.
Okay.
And as the show's special effects director, Hiroshi Butsuda. Once again, there's no listed credits on this article.
Okay.
So he will be debuting in, of course, the upcoming Gotchard movie, Future Daybreak, before his series starts in September.
Which means we'll get crappy fucking movie theater footage of someone filming it in the theater of his debut.
Correct.
So I can't wait. Also, yeah, so I like here on this poster, like he's doing like his rider kick, and apparently he gets like this giant fucking like gummy boot, and then it like that's the rider kick.
It's like a reverse Kiva, where instead of like opening up, he just gets like a thick layer on top of it.
Say
Gummy kick.
I don't know, like I think
Pretty bouncy.
because like the problem with me with Gotchard is just like I don't know, Gotchard's just like I'm glad. Oh wait, Decker isn't here, right? Is Decker here? I don't think Decker's here. Is Decker here? Anyways. Like I don't know, just Gotchard's
anyway,
been kind of Gotchard's been for me, honestly. It just hasn't been investing me, and I'm just kind of like at this point, just like I'm ready for Gotchard to be over.
Gotchard's biggest issue is his inconsistency, but I've said this 100 times. Anyway, so yes, that's Gavv. I think there were some more things listed in like toy release listings, but that article didn't come up on my list. Moving on to the next phase of Kemi trading cards, which was once again compiled by our lovely fans in the Discord.
Long man.
They should hire Long Man as a secondary.
Yo,
no, make him primary.
Yeah, make him a fucking monster of the week.
So we have card scans of the upcoming Phase EX02, as well as movie-related things. So there's a total of 76 new cards, and we're just going to quickly look through some scans. So first off, we have Hopper 101 and Gigantliner, which form the Miracle Gotchard form we're going to get in the movie.
Hell yeah.
As well as Shining Hopper 1 and Shining Steamliner for Gotchard Shining Daybreak, which is the awesome new Daybreak form.
Yep.
We also got a look at Shining Daybreak from the Detail of Heroes.
Whoa, who the fuck is this?
Yeah, we haven't talked about this yet. Kamen Rider Dorado, who's going to be the movie villain, and it sounds like it's Garion from Daybreak's timeline.
Cool.
Oh, that makes sense because El Dorado's a city of gold.
This feels like it should have been the villain in the show.
He's got a scythe. That's cool.
Yes. And look like a modified Dread driver of some sort. It's the Unknown Driver and the Dark Ether card.
He's kind of got an Evil Black Hole kind of thing going on with him too.
And I think he stole those shoulders from Greece Perfect Kingdom.
Well, rip Grease Perfect Kingdom.
Yeah. All right. Next, we have what we saw in this week's episode, the mysterious 102nd Kemi, Kamedon. We also have number 10 Replichemis, so like the dread versions of the level number 10s. Beetle X, Cross Wizard, Exceed Fighter, Lixian, X Fortress, or 10 Fortress, I guess, Zegdrasil, Gaiard, and Dragonalos. And then we have some more Legend Rider cards that were voted from months back. I think we may have talked about these ones before, or at least some of them.
We already talked about these.
Yeah. Then we have cards focused on the riders. One for Gotchard, Fire Gotchard, Daybreak, Velvarad, Dread, Wind, Majade, and Legend.
Oh, yeah.
And then we have some Legend parallels to look at. We have Oz Tajadoru. We have Cross Geats facing Geats Oneness, and John Rage fighting Doom's Geats.
John Rage? John, like Kamen Rider John.
No, well, it was Buffaplosion Rage, but when we were talking about the voting session about like there was a voting contest, it was mistranslated as John Rage.
Yeah, I'm just, oh my god, I forgot about that. I remember now.
Yeah. And then we have some Gavv cards. So it looks like these are the Poppin' Gummy, the Poppin' Gummy, the Punchin' Gummy, the Kickin' Gummy, and then we have Gochizo versions of Gotchard, Kuga, and then another one of just Gavv and the Gochizo.
Very cute.
As we keep going down, there's another one of Gavv and Gotchard, one of just the Gochizo, one of Hopper one and the Gochizo.
Emily, there's just a Gochizo EX Chemi card.
Yeah, one of just the three Gochizos.
Yeah, there's also one of Hopper 1 and Gochizo. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Mascots.
Now, if there was one of Nichigon and Gochizo, you'd fucking lose it.
And this is interesting. We get like legend versions of decade cards for riders from Kuga all the way up through Gotchard, including legend.
Oh, these are tempting, man.
And then on the back, instead of Kamen Ride, it says Legend Ride.
Yeah, no, these are sick. I love that they made one of Legend himself too. That's great.
Yeah.
Oh, they're so cool. They're so gorgeous.
Note: these cards will not work in any decade-related toys. Unfortunate.
No, I tried putting like the Legend Chemi cards in the Deca Driver.
So why would it work?
They're all barcodes.
Yeah.
They're different.
So yeah, that's that. Moving on to our next news story, we have the Kamen Rider Gotchard CD box set.
What the fuck?
I love the fucking box design. They arranged Chemi cards.
Gotchard.
Hard.
Hard.
Game of the century. Hard.
No, I just remember the I forgot which fucking progress key, but it was like hard.
That was the soldiers invading horseshoe crabs.
So the Gochizo come in different colors? Is it like one guy, or is the species called Gochizo?
I think there's 3 different ones we know of so far. There was the Poppin', the Punchin', and the Kickin'.
Well, there's a bike.
Yeah, I was wondering if those are the same guy in different forms, or if they're...
I think they're different ones.
Hmm.
Because they've got different art over their faces.
Oh yeah, okay, they're different forms then.
Wait. There's a song in this set. It's called All for Love, and it's by a band called Blank Paper. I love that.
Apparently.
Still no Cold Jail Night.
Blank Paper. I gotta look up this band, man. Jesus Christ.
So yes, the Gotchard CD box set will contain all songs and OST heard in the Gotchard series and movies. A 7-disc set. So let's see. Disc 1 and 2. Gimme Story, TV Size, All for Love, Future Daybreak, Rising Fighter, Watch Your Fire, Sky's the Limit, Dream Hoper, Gotcha, Let's Go, Blaze Up, One Hint, Kimi ni Zuki. Oh, it's got the Zukun song. Of course it does. And Living Legend by Ho Kaguya Quartz.
Oh, okay. Look at this. So they're two-person band. That's blank paper.
Oh.
Wow. That's awesome. I love that name.
It's a pretty good name, I'd say.
Yo,
Yeah.
they should do it. They should do a cover of Chair. Chair by blank paper.
Disc 4 and 5 is the TV soundtrack, about 100 songs. 6 and 7 is the movie soundtracks from the Gotchard and Geats movie, as well as Future Daybreak. And the CD box will include a music video collection Blu-ray of Dream Hoper, Blaze Up, One Hint, and Living Legend. So there's some music video of the Legend theme.
Cool.
The whole CD box is 16,500 yen, releasing September 4th. And there are individual albums as well, also releasing the same day.
Very cool.
All right. Next, in Gotchard news, the announcement of SH Figure Arts Kamen Rider Dread Zero Shiki Type 0.
Ooh. This looks cool.
Yeah.
Actually, head looks weird.
I think it looks fine.
I feel like the eyes look like longer than they should be.
Okay, there's one image that makes it look like the fucking yellow parts glow in the dark and the red parts on the legs. I don't know if it actually does.
No, it's just a special effect, obviously.
That is... I don't like when they market it like that if it doesn't actually do that.
Well, yeah, because that was the problem that I had with the 01 Rising Hopper figure art. I was like, oh, they had a picture of it glowing in the dark, and I was like, oh my god, it does that! And then like someone was like, no, it doesn't, it's just special effect.
Yeah. So, Premium Bandai, web exclusive, 93.50 yen, December release.
Cool.
Let's see. The muffler is made of soft parts, striking yellow and orange color. Item comes with the Bloody AB and Bloody BB weapons. So that's the sword and the gun.
You'll be full of
Guns.
dread if you buy this.
Ooh.
Guns. The gun stat is very high.
Gun.
Next, I saw this for pre-order on Toku Collectibles and thought it was worth mentioning. So, you know, in the opening of Boonboomger, when you see all of them posing with their Boonboomger license cards, you can buy those.
Oh, I can get a Joe license?
Yeah, there's individual ones for each of the 5 main characters.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
It's like $56. That's 56 American dollars. No thanks.
Each.
Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah.
Cool.
Apparently, the card will light up when held over an IC card reader.
Okay, this next story, that's fucking cool.
Yes, the ignition key that the Hashilians use to spawn their monsters of the week. You too can have one.
Does it work?
Ignition.
You have to find out.
Yeah, I'm gonna look over at my tower fan. I'll be like, you know what? You need to be a fucking monster.
Exactly.
It comes with a keychain, so you can hang it around your neck or somewhere else.
Huh?
Or somewhere else.
Make it into a keyblade.
Make it the actual key into your house.
It's $70 American, though.
Does it make sound?
No, it's a key.
Nope. It's just made of acrylic.
Okay, that's dumb.
I mean, it's a key.
No
It
offense.
doesn't make any noise.
Pretty big, though.
Yeah, but it should do like it should like light up and do like the ignition and everything.
Or like ignition.
It's not a DX toy. It's just like a piece of jewelry.
I guess so.
Oh, these ones are weird.
All right, next. More Geats Soundcore IDs. This is the Soundcore ID Set 05 BGM edition, which includes Nago, Tycoon, Geats, Buffa, and looks like a couple of blanks.
No, so what's really stupid is the main, like where the sounds come from, are on the Geats and Tycoon, and then if you look at the third image here, yeah, you can like put Nagos and Buffas core, but then it looks stupid.
Oh, I see. So these bottom two are where the sounds actually come out of, and then you put the top cap plates over top of them.
Yeah.
So that means if you use Nago or Buffa, you can see the white and green underneath, and it's mismatched.
I guess if you put it in the Desire driver, then you don't notice it, so it's fine. But
oh yeah, there's a picture of them on and looking mismatched. That's a weird choice.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean,
well.
whatever.
Anyways, happy for people who want these. I have the basic cores, so I don't need the other ones.
Let's see. So this one plays the show's various BGMs, such as Now for the Highlights, Boost Striker, Magnum Shooter, and Last Judgment. Premium Bandai web exclusive, $38.50 in December release.
No chair?
Yeah.
Wow. 0 out of 10.
Next, Premium DX Memorial of the Fever Slot Raise Buckle.
Okay, so I've been seeing people have been like fucking bitching about this because literally it's no different from the DX one, like in terms of like appearance.
Well,
it's exactly the same one.
According to the article, it has an updated paint jobs. The sides and dial parts are now painted in gold.
Yeah, I can see.
Other than that, it's the same. I do remember thinking that parts of it could have been more gold.
Yeah, I know. I would know because I own it. So
yeah. Because the item features a slot motif, the original DX toy will stop at random, but in this version, you can now stop the slot at your desired form.
Cool.
How do you even do that? Which means you can get Buffa Fever Zombie form Jamashin with no issues.
Yay, the best Buffa form.
Additional sound effects related to transformations, such as the sound of crushing the core ID, are included.
Oh, cool.
Because Buffa used this the longest, the item will have new voice lines not included in the Memorial DX Zombie Raise Buckle.
Oh, neat.
So yeah, Premium Bandai web exclusive, 5,500 yen, December release. If you don't already have a Fever Slot Buckle and you want it, this is the version to get.
Yeah, if you're a big fan of Buffa, get this one.
Or if you just like slot machines.
I do.
Next, also in Geets news, is the Premium DX Memorial Boost Mark II Raise Buckle.
Christ, man, they're still fucking coming out with Geet stuff. That's nuts. Yeah. I guess it did do really well. So
I was gonna say, was it like really?
I think Geets is really, really popular in Japan.
Yep. Updated version of the DX, updated paint job, metallic red paint. Original exposed screw holes are now covered. Plays lines from the series from Ace and Zine. Lines related to laser boost form. Compatible with the DX driver. You can do Geets form Mark II, boost form Mark II, as well as laser boost form with the laser raise riser. Premium Bandai web exclusive, 49.50 yen, December release.
It was almost like the show was good or something. I mean, Gates was mid.
Give me card headless Zine, and I will agree with whatever anyone wants me to say. That's all I wanted.
Oh, you could meet him at Anime Expo.
I wanted Japan to be in the show more, and I wanted Ace to have his like losing struggle arc. That would have been great. Anyways.
All right. Next.
Oh, baby.
Futo PI is getting a Kamen Rider Skull film.
We are getting an anime film of Begins Night.
Yeah.
This is going to be so fucking good. Because Begins Night was already fucking amazing in live action, and now you're telling me we get anime Kamen Rider Skull? Come the fuck on.
Titled Futo PI, Portrait of Kamen Rider Skull.
He looks so good!
The film was teased at the end of the Futo PI anime, based on the Begins Night arc from the Double and Decade Movie Wars 2010 film. This version will expand the events not seen in the original live-action Double series.
Ooh. I like it.
Looks like we have the same cast and staff from the anime.
Yep. I mean, more doubles always fucking good. So.
Yeah. Limited theatrical run in Japan, November 8th.
Oh, we are so talking about this.
Absolutely.
Oh, Skull's so fucking cool. Skull is just like, Skull is just one of those, like, he's on a whole nother level of, like, Kamen Rider. Like, he's just on his own separate tier, because he's just that fucking cool. He's so fucking
This is one of
badass.
very few riders who plays with the whole, like, where do your real clothes and shit go when you henshin? Because man takes off his hat, henshins, and puts the hat back on.
Yeah, for fucking real. Like, oh, and he's gotten every good treatment ever. Like, he's gotten the CSM treatment, the Senchoku Seiho treatment. So, like, good. Skull's awesome.
And this silhouette in the poster, I guess, is Psycho, because I think that's the taboo memory in her hand.
Oh, maybe we get like an expanded fight with like him and Taboo. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So yeah, very, very awesome. Next, so I've been watching and enjoying Sentai Daishikaku, aka Ranger Rejects, aka Go-Go Loser Ranger, and I was very happy to see that season 2 has been confirmed.
Yeah, I gotta keep watching this.
So that's going to air in 2025. Based, for those who don't know anything about it, it's basically the story of... if anyone who's seen The Boys, think that, but Super Sentai. The actual Super Sentai are a bunch of conceited, overpowered assholes, and the main character is like a shocker Sentoin who's trying to undermine them from the inside.
Yeah, Sentai Mook's like the main character. I love it.
And you also meet a lot of like trainee rangers who are trying to work their way up to become the actual Sentai team.
That's cool.
And in very related news, a stage play of Sentai Daishikaku was also announced.
Really?
And blowing me away, the main character is going to be played by Yuya Tominaga, Sonoi.
Oh. Very cool.
As Fighter D.
Amazing.
Also part of the stage play's cast are Shuji Kikuchi from Blue Lock as Hibiki Sakurama, Marupi from Yodana the Final as Suzukiri, Hayata Seki from Revice as Shun Tokita, Yu Miyawaki from Musical The Prince of Tennis as Hekiru, Naoki Takeshi from Drive as Red Keeper, Kenichi Sato as Greenkeeper, Akihiro Hosokawa as Yellow Keeper, Nana Hayashimoto as Pink Keeper. Yeah, by the way, I didn't mention the name of the Sentai in Sentai Daishikaku is Ryujin Sentai Dragon Keeper. They're cool.
Okay, so the Revice guy cast, that's Olteka.
Oh, okay. Oh, that makes perfect sense because Tokita is an asshole. I'm gonna enjoy that scene.
And who's this one? Naoki Takeshi.
Naoki Takeshi.
I don't know what the fuck that is. Who the fuck is that?
The shoot Roid Mute. So I guess he was like a Roid Mute of the week.
I guess so.
Yep, from episodes 23 and 24.
Alright, cool. Good for him.
Yes, okay. So it's the stage play version is being written by veteran tokusatsu writer Nobuhiro Mori, who did Q Ranger, and being directed by fucking Yuki Kubota, Kamen Rider Zangetsu.
What?
The actor who played Kamen Rider Zangetsu is directing this stage play.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
I didn't know he could do that.
That's crazy.
I mean, it's not weird that like actors do like.
No, I don't mean it's
director
weird. I'm just amazed. So
cool.
yes, Sentai Daishikaku, the show, will have a September 11th to 16th run at Tokyo Dome City's Theater G Raso, which is where a lot of actual Super Sentai stage shows happen. I need to see this. Someone sub it.
Oh, those suits are gonna look good in live action too.
Hell yeah! It's like
Actually, it works, yeah.
it's like we'll get to see an actual Dragon Keeper Sentai.
Yeah.
That's gonna
I
be.
bet this is already on the news, but I completely forgot to mention it.
Mm-hmm.
Ultraman has an official dub now for like the season that's coming out.
Oh no, they've been doing that last year as well.
Oh, okay. I'm
dumb.
I'm sorry. I didn't know we were doing it.
Yeah, no. They finally released like a Ultraman YouTube channel for like the Western fandom, so they could like sort their shit more.
If only Toei would be so considerate.
No, that's
I
why you guys
know.
gotta get into Ultraman. Watch Ultraman Rising.
Anyway, that's the news.
Soon. Yay, that was cool.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Yeah.
All right, let's get into Gotchard.
The episode I couldn't watch.
Oh.
It's okay.
All right, see, this is a really good episode. This is the kind of amazing shit that Gotchard needed to have way more of through its run. We got a lot of interesting info on a side character who I've been compelled about the whole season. We got to meet some interesting new characters and a whole new location. Like, this whole thing about this alchemy laboratory was so compelling the whole way through.
Renee is reduced to comic relief this episode.
Yeah, and because this is a show about high schoolers and alchemists, we should have had alchemy high school hijinks like these the whole show.
Like I was fucking saying, they should have taken what made Forze so fucking good and adapted it into Gotchard. It would have been awesome.
I mean, I'm kind of surprised they didn't focus all that much on them being high schoolers when them being high schoolers is not normal.
That's why Forze is so good, because it's literally Kamen Rider with high school hijinks. It's fucking great.
Yeah. So yeah, we get this bit at the start where Rene brings in a forbidden alchemy book and then gets accidentally spilled a freezing potion on her by Sabi and Renge, who are fighting about something unrelated.
I couldn't help but, like, the whole time they're having, like, a serious discussion, I'm just watching Rene's actor just trying to hold the pose she's in as long as she fucking can.
It's so funny that it's like quote unquote a freezing potion, but they're still like moving a little bit. So it feels it feels less like a freezing potion and more like a most of the way stunning potion. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, it's because, like, you know, probably the direction she was getting was just, okay, I need you to just hold this pose as long as you can.
It reminds me of the episode out in Renge's home village where the dudes who were attacked had to like freeze themselves in that one pose, pointing the arrows.
I couldn't stand that because I could see them just twitching the whole time.
Exactly, it's the same thing.
Yeah. No, that's why, like, even as a kid, like, I didn't like those games where you had to, like, freeze. I always hated that.
So some talk about the secret 102nd Kemi starts happening, and my brain just couldn't help but going, the secret 102nd Kemi, Togepi.
No, but then we find out basically they're making artificial chemis, and I'm just like, this should have been a plot point like a quarter fucking into the show.
I mean,
but I thought all chemis were artificial.
That's the thing, because like the only chemis that were originally created by the trio were Gotchard and Dragonalos, and all the other chemis were created based on those two by previous alchemists. So it stands to reason, why couldn't other alchemists have also been creating chemis? And it turns out, yes, this lab has been doing that.
I mean, they gave us probably will be one of my new favorite chemis, fucking Turtle Tank.
Kamedon. So cool. I like the nod to Showa Rider because it's clearly inspired by the fucking turtle bazooka monster.
Yeah, it's a turtle bazooka. Oh, for V3. Yeah.
Yeah.
I fucking love that one.
But
so cool.
I love how this fucking Congo laboratory is hidden behind a fucking Wakanda barrier.
The Wakanda barrier.
No,
the funniest shit for me was like, so like Sabimaru like has this drawing because like he's like organizing his stuff, and then Renge's getting like pissed off because like she's trying to organize, but then like Sabimaru's trying to organize over her organization or something like that. And so like Renge finds this like scribbled out fucking like drawing that Sabimaru had, and she's like, we should find out what Sabimaru was trying to hide. And it's just like, that's not nice to pry into people's past. Well, fuck him. And just like lifts the scribbles off the fucking picture. And then she's like,
because we can do that, I guess.
Yeah, well, the alchemy, you can fucking do anything, I guess. So I was like, Renge, you're a bitch.
Yeah, I don't like her this episode. But
she's very full of herself.
So yeah, it turns out that Sabimaru was the one who designed Kamedon, I guess, and his brother and the lab director Mami basically created Kamedon. Director Mami. Also, we got introduced to Sabimaru's brother, who's like a scientist who like basically Kenichi.
Yeah, he like developed Isaac.
Yeah, we finally found out what the fuck is up with Isaac. So it turns.
So what is up with Isaac?
Okay, so Kenichi has been helming this research into AI, while Mommy at the same lab has been researching alchemizing a perfect soul. So apparently, what Kenichi did was combine these researches. So Isaac is half AI and half artificial soul. So it turns out he is his own consciousness, but he uses the AI part of him to predict what Sabimaru is trying to say and talk for him. So Isaac has kind of been
cool.
both all along.
Yeah,
Okay,
but,
that's
like,
neat.
But he said like the one of the main purposes for Isaac was to like, oh, so we could like communicate with chemis, and like fucking Hotaro's like, that's awesome, that's what I want.
It's so fucking funny that the intention of Isaac was to communicate with things that have trouble communicating. Looks over at early game Sabimaru. No, yeah, this makes perfect sense.
Well, yeah, it's like I forgot what the term is, but it's like those people who like they have trouble like verbally communicating, so they use like tablets to like type in what they want, and then like
it literally is just
Text-to-speech.
non-verbal, so it's not hard to remember.
No, but it's a certain. It was like AED something. I can't remember.
I think I know what you're talking about, but I also don't remember what it's called.
Yeah, that's okay.
But as we see in like the daycare / library section of the Congo laboratory, they have a bunch of kids who they are all also training to use these tablets. So yeah, that's a thing, and I don't know why this is here. Where are their parents?
They're all children made by alchemy.
Are they all orphans?
It's so typical. They're leaving iPads to raise their kids.
Yep.
Oh god, Sevens is like, oh, what if they're like the children of like dead alchemists?
Fucking
oh, no.
maybe.
Might be, to be honest. Yeah.
They're alchemist orphans.
In today's episode, Spanner gets verbally destroyed by a child with a tablet.
Oh, dude, Spanner got fucking shit on this episode. I was like, hell yeah.
Oh man. So yeah, they all show up to this lab and go, "Hey, wait, isn't like everything you're doing here very, very illegal?" And they promptly turn around and go, fuck the Alchemy Alliance. They work with Garion. And then they're like, "Oh yeah, true. By the way, somehow Garion returned."
Yeah, Garion like showed up with the other like with Gigist and the other one, and he's like, "Oh, I have German's power in me now," and it's like, "No, you can't do that." And I'm like, fucking watch me.
They fucking melt him, and he's still like waxing evil villain motives as his face is melting into acid.
Yeah, he's like, he'll be sorry. I'll be back.
Yeah.
We always knew Gurion was gonna be like final endgame villain. Like it's so easy.
I don't know.
No, they wouldn't have brought him back if they weren't intending him to be endgame villain.
Was I the only one who kind of got the vibe that Professor Mommy might have been romantically involved with Garion?
I can't believe it's Professor Mommy.
Her name is Mommy! There's no two ways about it!
I know, that's the way he said it.
But like the way she looks at that photo and then like starts like imagining that she's talking to him, I kind of got the vibe that they used to date.
I mean, maybe they were colleagues or something, who knows?
They were absolutely colleagues because they're in the photo together.
But isn't he adult? Does he even have the parts? Well, no, he used to be.
Yes, he does, and they're made of solid gold, baby!
He's gold member.
He is gold member! He would totally do that!
Oh my god.
Solid gold!
My Yuhu was a key all along.
My Vinky was a key!
No,
It was a cube!
All along!
My Vinky was a cube!
Yeah, exactly.
I have an alchemist accent. Isn't that the beer?
Isn't gold a soft metal though?
Oh my god, no. How did they not make that? How did they not make the gold as a soft metal joke in the actual movie?
That's why they didn't. That's why he became evil. Well, if you don't like gold so much, then I'll make everything gold. What if Garion's whole El Dorado shtick is just to get back at her?
Jesus.
It's totally not, but I love that it's not a 0% chance.
I would not be surprised if we never see her ever again.
Well, she got carried off after being the amalgam, so fucking who knows.
Yeah, I did like that the amalgam like switched between like tank mode and like turtle mode. That was pretty cool.
This is another aspect of why this is a very good episode, because we got a new twist on classic amalgam monsters. This is the first time, I think, that we have someone switching back and forth between two amalgam forms.
Also, it was cool. Like they like Hotaru tried to like capture the Kemi like into a card, and I'm just like sitting there going like, it's not a real Kemi. It's not gonna work.
It's not that it's not a real Kemi. It's that it's incomplete. They said. They were making it the same way that the other Kemis were made. I can only assume, but they said it was incomplete.
I would not mind having this Kemi card.
Well, like we said during the news, it's now obtainable, or will be, in the EX02 set.
Carrion became evil because he couldn't get a girlfriend.
that's the joke.
He doesn't want a girlfriend anymore. He wants a gold friend.
Yeah, so Spanner basically attempts to shut down the lab, and Mommy freaks out, and then we get the amalgam fight. And
I got one more. He's not trying to get laid anymore. He's trying to get paid in gold. I'm done. I'll be here all week.
So the fight with the amalgam happens, and then there's this one bit where Valvarad, while transformed, is somehow able to lend Mad Wheel over to Gotchard so that he can make a rainbow brother out of Mad Pilot's Wild. And then the best part in the episode, Gotchard shoves Valvarad into Mad Pilot's cannon and shoots him at it.
Yeah, that was fun.
I'll remember this!
Fire the Spanner.
Fire the Valvarad.
Hotaru accidentally grabbed Spanner's ass.
Yes, accidentally.
Accidentally, you say. Yeah, accidentally, you say.
Gotcha ass.
Gotcha ass.
So yeah, they attempt to capture Kamedon, but then it just melts off the card because it's incomplete. So the episode ends with Garion walking to the lab, and next episode is Garion finding the lab.
Accurate.
And then we get to see Sabi fight Kamen Rider Dread, because I guess Garion has the Dread driver.
That's where it went.
There's my answer to where it's been, I guess.
Oh yeah, I guess he died with it.
But we saw fucking Clotho use it.
Oh, did he? Huh.
How did he get it off her?
I don't know.
Fuck me and everything I want.
Maybe he made his own Dread driver
with blackjack and hookers and gold bars.
And they just outright had all the things that we were waiting for happen in this, and it's the episode that I couldn't see.
Wait. So apparently, like, the movie villain's supposed to be like Garion from Daybreak's timeline. You said,
yeah, as Kamen Rider Dorado.
I wonder if you'll have a full set of glasses.
Maybe.
That's why he's so powerful in the Daybreak timeline, because he can see properly.
Right, Vegas? That's what I was saying. Fucking, I don't know. Maybe he just... Maybe now that he has fucking Jermaine's power, he just used his amazing alchemy god powers to just create his own Dread driver out of nothing.
I really
Use alchemy!
I really hope for, like, it doesn't happen with Atropos, where, like, Atropos is like, oh, Garion-sama, I brought you back, and he's just like, fuck you. You're a stupid puppet.
No.
I never liked your spinach puffs. Never!
How can Ace be 1 and 11? What kind of god would allow that?
So yeah, really good episode. I hope this quality keeps up to the end of the show.
We can only hope. I'm sorry, Gotchard's just been very for me.
Like I said, Gotchard's biggest problem is its inconsistency and not living up to the potential that it was clearly in front of its face.
You know what it is? I miss George. I need George to come back. No, I'm serious. I want George to come back.
I miss him too.
I miss George so much. Bring back George.
All right, take us in.
Boom and change.
We fucking got it, boys! We got the BunViolet stock engine and roll call! Let's fucking go!
Yes.
It turns out that he was just Star-Lord the whole time.
Yes.
Like we've been saying for weeks.
No, okay.
Yeah.
So first off, I want to say that I was wrong about the card, because like he was like, oh, I thought it was like a racer he looked up to, but no, it was a rare card that like his childhood friend had, and then like he got carried up into space and he just took it with him because he was
the card, quote unquote, accidentally got mixed into my collection somehow. Oops.
Oops.
It's his awesome mix.
Anyways, so yeah, I was wrong about like his backstory, but anyways, not that saying that the backstory we got wasn't heartwarming. Like it was really sweet.
So they still didn't add him to the opening or ending this week, but I'm confident they will next week.
Oh, it's gonna be that bullshit thing in the ending where it's like they're gonna keep the ending the same and they're just gonna like shop him in with different dance scenes.
Yeah.
Probably.
Change my mind, Boonboomger. Prove me wrong.
Half of me wants to call it lazy, but the other half of me just laughs my ass off at the fact that they just reused the monster of the week instead of making a new one.
He even said, like, I'm back and drawing my sword again.
Yep.
So does that mean it's the same guy, like his soul, like, was just reborn into a new body?
I guess. The mechanics of how Guruma work in terms of their souls and memories is largely not important. But
I think it's a plus.
I mean, maybe it'll come up later. Maybe we'll meet one who, I mean, we kind of already did have one who turned out to be good and then they had to kill him. So maybe if they go and ignition the fossils again, maybe he'll get revived.
Oh, that's a good point.
I don't know. You'll have to find out by buying your own Hashilian ignition key from Toku Collectibles.
No.
Yeah, so we find out that Sakito had one friend on Earth as a kid before he was taken up into space, who is this guy named Kakeru. And I kind of hope that we see him every now and then, because, like, this is this guy's only tie to Earth aside from now being hired for the Boonboomgers.
Well, I mean, the episode ends with Violet, like, catching up with him a bit.
Yeah, but that could mean that we never see this side character again.
I expect we probably won't, but...
I'm looking forward to when Sakito gets to try Boonboom's curry. He's gonna fucking love it.
Probably. I love the line when Taya and Sakito are talking, and Taya says that people don't hear others' cries because they can't afford to. And I'm like, is that you subtly flexing on him that you're rich?
Sure. Why not?
Now I have all this money, so I can afford to listen to everyone's cries.
Bring kids dolls of me.
Yeah.
In the hospital. God, that fucking jokes, all the jokes we made with that, so funny.
So the Hashilians hire Sakito to literally murder and assassinate the Boonboomgers, and they hold as collateral his baseball card, or whatever sport that is.
It was a racing card.
Yeah, like a race, Formula Racer card.
Yeah, Formula 1.
Matsuba Shoe, I believe.
There were Formula the Racer cards, but I'm...
And apparently the guy on the card is the suit actor for BunViolet, so...
Oh, that's a good touch.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So I guess I don't know if there is, I guess there is not an actual Formula Racer named Matsuba Shoe, or is that the actual name of the suit actor?
Oh, maybe. I'd believe that.
I don't know. Yeah, Itasha's apparently has a long storied career as a thief because she pickpocketed the card. So that was interesting to learn.
I love they were all.
Yeah, she said she used to be a good pickpocket beforehand.
And the other car is still giving us ass.
As Red and Violet have it out for a little bit, the three-seaters decide to show up with a bunch of people they've kidnapped, including Sakito's friend. And I'm just like, you goddamn idiots! What good did you think this was going to do? But whatever, we love them.
Yep.
Apparently, Genba, being the super badass that he is, stole the card back.
Yeah, I'd like to believe Genba has like sticky fingers. So.
Oh yeah, he's good at procuring things. After all,
it makes sense.
Yeah, and then like after they save all the people, I love that the three-seaters have the absolute gall to claim that they're hostage thieves. You stole our hostages. That's not how it works.
It's totally how it works.
So, Sakito quits the Hashilians and then parries Cannonborg's off-screen attack and proceeds to go, protect all of Earth? Fuck Earth! I'm here to protect this one guy! And maybe his family!
No, and then Taya does the fucking coolest thing ever where he's like, I want to hire you to protect the Earth. And the Sakito's like, you got it.
Oh, I wanted to mention.
It has to be a job.
When the Hashilians hire him at the start of the episode, his response is Takaizo, and I fucking love that pun. So what he did there was the word Takai means high, as in like I'm high up or my price is high, but he also mixed it with the word Kaizo because he's talking to Cannonborg, who does modifications, aka Kaizo. So that was a really nice language pun of Takaizo.
Very cool.
Yeah. So yes, Taya hires Sakito, and BunViolet has officially joined the Boonboomgers. And like I said, we get our stock BunViolet henshin and roll call, and I love them.
Yep.
It is a little weird seeing the controller drive around, even though it doesn't have a wheel, technically.
That's true.
But at least it's consistent with the others, and that's all I can really ask for.
It's a steering wheel.
You know what? When you're right, you're right.
It's a steering wheel.
Yeah. So we get the double Hisatsu against the Sword Guruma, and then the Megazord battle starts with Killer Robo Nitoryu versus Boonboomger Robo Knight.
Yep.
And they start wielding the Killer Classic Sword like psychokinetically, like remote control. It flies around and shit. And we solve this by debuting the flying mode of Bune Mach Robo. And this thing is so fucking awesome! Oh, yeah. I love the bow gun. I love the way it flies around. It's fucking awesome.
I'm so tempted to get the mech.
I'm a little tempted. And then he like directs the flying sword around and then misdirects it so that the sword goes right up Killer Robo's ass.
Up Killer Robo's ass.
Like Ant-Man.
Yep. And then as the Megazord's about to blow up, see you next week. Have I said how much I love them? Because they're so much fun.
Oh, the Shirians?
Yeah. Specifically
these guys.
Specifically the three-seaters, not any of the bosses.
Oh,
although
Mad Rex was cool.
I was gonna say Mad Rex was kind of awesome, but the three-seaters have their own ongoing bit going, and I love that.
Oh no! Like I said, I continue to love Yaorakar's fucking sass, and I need it to keep going. So good.
Yep. So the episode ends with Sakito meeting Kakeru again and his family, and apparently they're going to have tea. And I just love Bundi going, "I will try this Earth tea."
Another.
I sure hope it's hot.
I hope it's hot too.
We shall,
Like
as the Earthlings say, spill the tea. No, Beauty, no, don't spill it.
I like how you've decided that English dub of BunViolet would sound like a stereotypical, like, British monarch.
It's weird because I can't listen to Bundy without hearing the Sogetsu brothers from Yu-Gi-Oh! And they're like stuffy, formal assholes.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So the actual end of the episode is Saibu reporting to the ISA about Sakito. We'll see where that goes. Looks like next episode we're gonna have more of Saibu admiring Boon. Maybe their friendship progresses. And then we get the combined Boonboomger Wing Robo.
Well, yeah, I feel like by next episode they're gonna like because they combine, they're probably just gonna reunite, patch things up.
Are we finally gonna have this talk that they've been avoiding?
Right.
So yeah, another really, really great episode.
Yeah, Boonboomger's still fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
It's good. All right, well, we're gonna switch over to the featured topics, so I guess you'll be dipping out.
Yep, but thank you very much for having me. I'm sorry about the fact that I also couldn't watch Rider this week, but thanks for having me. I hope I'm still earning my keep as a Castranger somewhat.
Of course you are.
Yep. And,
okay, take care, everybody. Stay
hopefully
safe.
you'll be able to watch this week's episode as well as next week's.
Yep, hopefully it'll actually work, yeah. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Faiz time!
It is indeed time to open our eyes. This is the third time I've watched this movie. I have enjoyed it quite a lot. And I'm glad I watched it a third time because some of the plot bits are a little confusing the first time.
No, it's a really cool movie.
It is a fucking wonder how Smart Brain is able to keep anyone working in that laboratory, because literally every time they dissect someone and autopsy them, they wake up as an orphanoch, murder everyone, and leave. It happens twice in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
The first time is just some rando they call John Doe. They start taking out his organs, which grossed me out. I had to look away. But he wakes up as an orphanoch and gets out and starts attacking people. I've gotten a little bit ahead of myself. We should talk about what this is. So this is Kamen Rider Faiz, Paradise Regained, which is the 20th anniversary celebration of Kamen Rider Faiz, which aired in 2003.
Yeah, I think it's a continuation of Paradise Lost?
No. Paradise Lost was like a separate future timeline.
Okay, so this is in the regular Faiz timeline.
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, so this is assuming that the Paradise Lost movie did not happen, because that's like a dystopian separate future where the orphanochs take over the world.
Mm-hmm.
But this is basically 20 years after the end of the series, which again, there are some things that don't quite make sense, because at the end of the show, Otto Vajin and the Kaiser were destroyed, so I don't know how they are back.
It's probably safe to say Smart Brain could like recreate stuff,
I guess.
Yeah.
But so the president of Smart Brain as of this movie is Kitazaki, aka the Dragon Orphanoch, aka the first Kamen Rider Delta.
Yeah, the good Delta.
Or at least that's who it seems to be, until they eventually reveal that he's a fucking robot sent by the government. And honestly, watching this movie for the second and third time, there were clues very early. In the first scene where he's shown, he fucking clicks his teeth in order to contact Reina to dispatch her. So that should have been my first fucking clue that he wasn't normal.
Wow. Yeah, I want to get into Reina quickly.
Yes, we have our new character, Reina, who is the new Kamen Rider Muse, aka one of my new favorite Faiz suits.
Yeah, get fucked, Saiga.
No, I still kind of like Saiga. Here's the thing. Muse I really, really like, but there are a couple points against it. A, those daggers being attached to the side of those bulky-ass shoulders, terrible decision. And two,
Also,
that suit being that bulky, that shouldn't be the base suit. That feels like a battleizer form.
oh, we'll get there, Decker. Don't you worry. But yeah, no, like this chick's like so weird. Like she takes her job very seriously, but then she's like requesting like permission to like to transform, and then like she like looks over and she's like, "Don't look at me while I'm trying to henshin."
They never explain why this is a thing with her, but she just has the thing where she, in her head, having to transform into her armor gives her the same embarrassment as if she was getting nude, and it makes no sense.
Yeah. So
They never
like,
explain why that's a thing. It's never justified. It's just a bit she does.
She's insecure.
Sure.
We also got Ryo Troopers back, which I was happy because Ryo Troopers are always a fucking awesome time.
Especially when one of them is played by John Constantine.
Yeah, fucking.
I guess he finally
got to be.
He finally got to henshin on screen.
I know. Yeah. I mean, that's true. Maybe she has like an introvertness about her. Who knows?
No, but she's fine around the crowds until she has to henshin. It's that specifically that gets her flustered. She
Also
walks in with riot troopers with her all the time.
Also, her henshin code 666. I was like,
that's the devil number. So yes, this is the first of the next series Faiz suits that we see in the film. And what's interesting is they come with predictive AI that let her predict and avoid potentially lethal attacks.
I do like that this movie was like smart enough to like keep with the times of like modern day technology, where it's like, okay, now everyone henshins with like a smartphone version instead of like a dial one. So that's really cool.
We get to see Muse use her Exceed charge, and I think it's a very cool attack where she throws one of the daggers at it. It opens up into the drill portal, and then it attaches to the other one with a chain, and she pulls the enemy back towards her to do the finisher. That is a neat spin on the Faiz system finishers.
Well, like it's cool because like Faiz has always had like good Hisatsus.
Oh yeah,
like, I don't think there's a single bad one. They're all fucking awesome in their own way.
Mm-hmm. So there's some lore dropped in the scene here where apparently Smart Brain has been colluding with the government for the purpose of wiping out the Orphanox. Meanwhile, the main characters have been having these shelters, the Kikuchi Cleaners and Ramen Shop, where they shelter Orphanox to suppress their murderous instincts and let them live as humans. So the Kikuchi Cleaners is being run by Takumi and Mari, and also Kusaka, who shows up in this movie alive for some reason.
Yeah, and he's supposed to be dead.
He was murdered in the original Faiz series, and of course anyone listening to this has watched the movie. It turns out he's a fucking robot.
Kaiser, he's supposed to be dead.
Kaiser's a robot. Kitazaki's a robot. Is anyone in this movie not an Orphanox or a robot? Jotaro puts his hand up. Fuck you!
Also, I guess they couldn't get Keitaro's actor to come back, but they
sent his nephew.
Yeah, so which honestly, he even looks like Keitaro and acts like him too. So, yeah. You could have literally like recasted him, his character, as like with a different actor, and I would have believed you it was still him.
Yeah, so we get Jotaro, and then we get a couple of random Orphanox teens who are living with / being sheltered by our main characters. We have Kei, who is the Kuina Orphanox, which is a water rail, which is a type of bird. Then we have Kota, the one in the hat, who is the gecko Orphanox. And we have Hisao, the serious-faced employee dude, who is not only the mosquito Orphanox, but apparently the current holder of the Delta Gear. Because I guess Mihara fucked off. I don't remember what happened to him.
I don't either.
But yeah, so the idea with Takumi in this movie is I don't think they ever said why he was deteriorating, but it turns out that he's like starting to shed and dust all over the place, so he comes to the conclusion that he's dying. So he just collapses after leaving Mari. Smart Brain picks him up, starts giving him medical injections and insisting that as long as he works for them, they can keep him going. So he
like this movie had one of like the best like kind of what's the term I'm trying to think of. It like so like he left to go like he's like, oh, we're out of like mayonnaise or something like that. Let me go get like some from the store.
He said he was gonna leave because he didn't feel like he should work at a laundry place while he's dusting all over the clothes. So he just says he's gonna go for a walk, and then Mari asks him to pick up mayonnaise as a sneaky way of making sure he comes home.
Yeah, but then like he doesn't, and he's gone for a while. But then like when he does show up again, like in the movie, he has the mayonnaise, and I was like, no.
Wow, that was a long walk you went on. 20 years. Takumi did start dusting at the end of Faiz. Here's the thing, though. They never explain why that started happening, as far as I know. For being such next stage of humanity evolution that Orphanox are pretty fucking fragile.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe like using the Faiz system just kind of like was killing them over time. Who knows?
It could be, but unless they say that, how the fuck do we know this?
Yeah, so that's why he went to Smart Brain, because he's like, oh, maybe they can fix me, and then they ended up
and then by the end
into their own personal assassin.
And then by the end of the movie, he seems to be fine, but they never explain why he's now fine.
Also, I love one of these Orthodox suits. Like I forgot which one it was, but like he has like a beanie and headphones in his monster form.
That's Coda, the Gecko Orphanox. I made sure to look up each one.
Yeah, I saw like it's funny how he's wearing headphones and a beanie, but then his monster form also has headphones and a beanie.
And this is also the guy who, in the ramen shop, slips and spills the hot ramen on actual Seiji Takaiwa.
Yeah. Gotta love the cameos and shit.
Yeah. There's this one funny scene where Hisao saves an old lady from getting truck-cooned, and this bitch turns around and reports him to Smart Brain.
Well, yeah, because like remember, Orthodox are considered monsters even by humans. Not like there's probably some humans.
They just saved you, lady. That's the gratitude we get.
No, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
What a bitch.
I know.
So over several scenes in this movie, we can see Kusaka bot for some, even though it's not actually Kusaka, but he's programmed to be Kusaka, I guess. So through several scenes in this movie, we see Kusaka trying to get friendly and romantic with Mari, even trying to kiss her at one point. And that whole shit is made 10 times creepier when you find out that it's not actually Kusaka. It's a goddamn sleeper agent android. What was the plan?
Like, it was creepy as fuck 20 years ago. It's still creepy now.
And he's still a god at that evil smile.
I know. Well, yeah, that's what he's known for, man. He owns it. It's great.
Just like, why did you program the Kusaka robot to try to fuck Mari? What was the deal?
Well, it's because you have to make him as convincing as possible.
I guess.
He knows he had the hots for her.
So there's this one scene where they're fighting a bunch of riot troopers, and Mari tries to like smack one with a fucking iron.
Yeah.
So as they're fighting, Takumi drives up out of nowhere on Autovagen, as once again somehow fixed, but not worth dwelling on. And we get the debut of Kamen Rider Next Faiz using this brand new smartphone technology.
Yeah, it's fucking cool. And he's got an axle form too, which is really fucking badass. Like the visuals for it is just so fucking cool.
I think the changes for Faiz Next axle form are cool, but I think Next Faiz itself I don't like. I've talked about it when we talked about the figure. The glass dome over the face doesn't look good. The shoulders are way too thick. Other than that, I think it's fine. I think next Kaizo rocks it way better. But yes, so he goes next Axel, and he's about to murder Kaido and a couple of the others, but then Kaido busts out his fucking chili oil and makes Takumi like swerve around and mess up his attack.
Yeah, I love when like he's turning into Axel form, like the helmet like rotates. Like,
yeah,
it's so fucking cool. I love that.
And yeah, Or brings up a good point. They predicted this form 20 years ago. We should have opened our eyes for next Faiz. That's absolutely why they named it that.
Goddamn. Yeah, and the Delta user dies. Womp womp.
Yeah, Hisao gets dusted by Muse.
What a fucking surprise. Everyone who uses Delta fucking is dead.
Yeah. But again, I don't remember what happened to Mihara at the end of the series.
They couldn't get his actor back.
Yeah. So this movie is that retcons something. So in the original 5 series, everyone else who was a student at Ryusei Juku turned out to be an orphanok, except for Mari. But in this movie, they retcon that and say that she did get implanted with something they refer to as the F code, but it just didn't activate until now. So that's this movie's excuse for doing something that I hoped they wouldn't do, but we knew was coming, which was turn Mari into a goddamn orphanok.
Yeah, so she turns into an orphanok, and what's
the wildcat orphanok?
And what's the first thing she tries to fucking do?
Murder everyone around her.
not even. Well, yeah, she does that. That was pretty fucked up. But then she's like, she hates being what she's become, so she tries to fucking jump off a building and kill herself.
Which is actually horrifying, because in Japan, people committing suicide by jumping off buildings is way more of a thing. But
yeah,
it's really hard to take it seriously when you watch this scene very closely and see the still image of her standing body barreling down the side of this building and then pinball bouncing off of one of the fucking sides of it.
Yeah.
That wasn't supposed to be funny, but I couldn't help laughing.
I know, and then just like Takumi like goes up to her and just goes, "You know that wasn't gonna work."
Shut up, let me do what I want. It's just like they start like talking about their ideologies about living and being human and all this, and Mari accuses him of contradicting himself, and he goes, "Yeah, I am." And I'm just like, why is this being so stupid with ideologies and questions and not answering shit? And that's when it kicked in. That's when I remembered who was at the helm of this movie. Motherfucking Toshiki Inoue. The unhinged madman behind Dawn Brothers. Of course nothing in this movie makes sense. Why do we keep letting him do this?
And then we get what I didn't expect in this movie at all. Hot orphanok on orphanok action.
Technically orphanok sex!
Hey, Takumi and Mari had orphanok sex. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm finally happy that the ship is real. It finally happened, but it's just not in the way I was expecting.
I know that Inoue wrote the actual 5 series, and it's starting to explain a lot of shit because of the whole Keitaro and Yuka plot going so long before that had a resolution.
Yep.
Oh, fuck, man. Yeah, okay, what else? The ramen shop gets invaded. John Constantine's a riot trooper. The building, the sex, the questions. We start fighting against... We have Wolf and Wildcat Orphanok fighting against Kitazaki. That's when they reveal that, shocker, Kitazaki is a robot sent by the government.
Oh my god!
Again, didn't Kitazaki die in the show? So that should have been, again, clues everywhere. Fuck. I am losing my patience with this movie.
Yep.
Oh, and speaking of shit that shouldn't make sense, Kitazaki henshins into Muse, but he puts the fucking phone in the belt before he's even put the belt on, and then puts the belt on, and I guess it works that way too. Why not?
It was kind of, I don't know, it kind of reminded me of like it wasn't exactly the same way, but like it kind of reminded me of like how like Alpha and Amazon's kind of did it. Just like he could just like hang onto his belt and you'd be like, and crack an egg on it and then transform.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
We did see Kitazaki as Muse do something cool that I don't think Rena did, which was use the edges as actual like whips, like straight up Luca style. That was cool.
Yeah.
So Kusaka takes Mari aside, and that's when his fucking sleeper robot mode activates. After he fucking slaps her.
Yeah.
And he reveals he's a robot by revealing a fucking gun coming out of his hand, Scorpion style. It turns out Smart Brain sent him to kill her if she ever got turned into an Orphanok.
Wow.
So he crushes his existing Kaiza gear, picks up the next Kaiza gear, which comes out of nowhere, shoots a rocket into the sky out of his hand, henshins, and then kicks the rocket at her. What the fuck? That's,
hey man.
Okay, as much as I hate Kusaka, that's kind of awesome.
Oh no, Kaiza's fucking raw. I love it.
And like I said earlier, I think next Kaiza is a way sicker design than next Faiz.
Oh, absolutely.
The thick, pointy shit everywhere serves Kaiza way better. Oh yeah, the movie has some brutal deaths. When Kitazaki uses his fucking garrote wire hand on Kota and just like scrapes through his face.
Forgot about the garrote wire hand.
And then he uses it even worse on Reina when she betrays Smart Brain to let Takumi and Mari go, and then he proceeds to shove his wire hand through her and rip her into shreds from the inside. Yeah. Thank God that was off camera. Holy God. Oh man. So yeah, so we see him try and fight with the next Faiz system, but he gets downed by Muse anyway. And I noticed that when he unhenshins, the fucking next Faiz belt is just gone. It vanishes off him, and we never see it again.
Yeah, but then honestly, it's kind of payoff for like what happens next in the movie, which was like I wasn't expecting, but it was so welcoming. It was so fucking cool.
With also no explanation, because that's how this movie rocks. Jotaro shows up to the battle warehouse with the old Faiz gear, which again, where has that been and why?
And like you can just tell that like on the Faiz memory, like on the phone, you can tell it's like
it's yellowed as fuck.
Oh man! And then like someone showed like in an old image, like apparently like when you see him like have the Faiz pointer on his leg, it's like taped on. But yeah, no, it's really cool seeing him like wielding original Faiz and just owning it because he used that suit for like so much longer. So
it's so funny that Muse tries to do his predictive AI, but it doesn't work because the new tech is incompatible with the 2003 tech.
Yeah, so it's just one of those things where it's like old shit trumps the new shit.
Is the message of this movie that old technology is better? Is this a movie for boomers?
Also, like one of my favorite lines, like exchanges, is like Kaiza starts fighting Faiz, and then like Mari's like, oh, it's not actually him, it's a robot. And Takumi just goes, good. It just means I don't have to hold back. Like,
oh, cool,
shit.
Excellent. So I can murder him.
He finally gets the honor of murdering him himself.
Yep. And then when he does the fucking pointer on his leg, he goes for the kick and fucking double kills both Kaiza and Muse. That was badass.
Oh, so good. Like I said, Faiz has good Hisatsus, man.
Normally, I'd be upset that he used base form and didn't go blaster form, but if anything, this is just tantamount to how fucking badass Inoue Takumi is.
Oh yeah, and then he fucking blocked Kai's rider kick with the Faiz shot. It was so cool. I fucking love the
He
Faiz
literally
shot.
parried him with a camera fist.
It was awesome. Yeah, and then Automagin shows up in like really horrible CGI from 2003.
I'm back!
I'm back in CGI form.
Oh, and when he does the finisher and you see the emblem in the fire, that's the good Faiz shit.
Yeah, it's great. Like it's great because like when I got into Kamen Rider, first got into Kamen Rider like in high school, like it was like 2007. Like Paul gave me like Kabuto and then Faiz, and he only had half a Kabuto, but he had the full like thing of Faiz on DVD. And like, so Faiz technically was the first Rider series that like I completed like beginning to end. But it was so good.
It's so funny that the first Faiz thing I ever saw was the Hyper Battle video, aka the musical. And somehow that convinced me to watch the show.
All I just like, I know it's gonna sound weird, but like all I remember like watching Faiz, especially for the first time, especially in high school, was like the subs were awful, so like I never knew who anyone's names were because they just kept switching them. And then like I remember because like I always established food with like things I watched, so I just remember I had like a container of like peanuts, like salted peanuts, and every time I'd watch Faiz, I'd eat peanuts. So every time I watch Faiz anything, I get a craving for peanuts. Weird. Yeah. That needs to be an emoji in the chat.
Yeah.
In Discord.
Anytime someone makes a lewd joke.
Like a very sinister fucking joke. Yeah.
Like look at that fucking gun hand!
No, I know, but like the man owns this smile, and he's just like that's what he's known for. It's great. Like, but it was weird seeing when he was Bard in fucking Zoojer, and he made that smile too. And I was like, no, you can't do that.
So apparently the government just builds a fucking another Kusaka bot and then decides, okay, you get to be president of Smart Brain now.
President Kaiza. Then he has like the Smart Brain logo fucking on his forehead.
I really hope that was like a symbolic thing for the movie and that he literally is not flexing the Smart Brain logo on his goddamn forehead.
He's flexing the Smart Brain logo on his fucking forehead.
Oh my god! Oh, by the way, we didn't even talk about how they got rid of the old smart lady and hired a younger, hotter smart lady.
Yup.
It's probably a fucking AI because it's a goddamn it's a VTuber's world out there now.
Yeah, it's probably a robot too. Smart bot.
It's probably just like a hologram AI thing. So yeah, Takumi comes home. We get a meal with Mari, Kaido, Kei, and Jotaro, and Kei, who had her boyfriend die not a day ago, immediately starts hitting on Jotaro, the only human in the room.
Yeah.
Why don't you become an orphanok? Like, guys, this isn't something you casually joke about.
Yeah, she's like, hey, how about you go on a date with me? And he's like,
And then, like I said, they apparently decide that Takumi is gonna be okay, I guess. His lifeline has been lengthened, they see on his hand.
Yep.
And then credits roll, new theme song plays. New theme song's great.
Yep.
Jesus Christ, this movie. I love this movie, but I hate this movie.
Like, okay, as like a good written story movie, as a Faiz movie, it's a great Faiz movie.
It's a great watch for people who watched Faiz.
Like if you liked Paradise Lost, you'll love Paradise Regained.
Even though the two have nothing to do with each other.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's fine. You know what? You know what would have made this? You know what was missing from this movie, and it's unfortunate to say it. Freaking
Kiba.
Yeah.
They did show footage of him and like some other footage from the show early in the movie. That was kind of nice.
They did, I know, but like, if Kiba's actor was still alive, I know like this movie.
I would have loved to see what they. Could you imagine if they gave him like a new horse form, or like gave him a new rider, a next system of some kind?
Like it would have been like him and Faiz, like him teaming up with Takumi in the original Faiz suit, and like in his Orphanaut form, they teamed up. That would have been sick.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Kiba. We miss you.
All right.
So now
well,
let's talk about how people are getting murdered by a fucking goldfish.
All right. To clarify, the murder case specials are non-canon. It is a parallel side story. It has nothing to do with the movie we just talked about. It is a separate non-canon special.
You were to fucking tell me like 10 years ago that's like, oh, gonna have the spy special and it's gonna have a goldfish orphanaut, I'd be like,
God.
that sounds stupid.
I did not watch these before today. I cannot stress or articulate in human words how not ready I was for the tiny ass goldfish orphanaut.
The funniest shit though was when they like Samari brings this goldfish home and she's like, yeah, I found this goldfish just like dying in the middle of the street or something like that, like on the sidewalk. And then it cuts to her seeing the fish on the ground flopping, but it's like a fake plastic goldfish just fucking like going up and down on the sidewalk.
They didn't want to show an actual goldfish flopping on the street, so they put in a fucking toy.
Yeah, and I'm just sitting there like, oh no. And then so like they're like, oh, what are we gonna do with the goldfish? And it's like, oh, like Takumi's like, oh, it could grow like 2 meters long. And yeah, it's like, yeah, let's make like why should Sashi have
Takumi just goes full stupid this whole special because he's like, you have to take it on walks and you have to clean the litter box and it grows to 2 meters. It's like, Takumi, what the fuck are you talking about?
Well, no, this is about a goldfish, Decker. Nemo's a clownfish. This is the difference.
The point is tiny orange fish.
Yeah, so obviously Takumi being Takumi, he's just like, oh, fish is stupid, who gives a fucking shit? And then later, like in the special, he like goes down in the middle of the night, he starts feeding the fish, he's like, yeah, in your chat.
It turns out he cares for it after all, and then he's the one most vocal about the fact that it's vanished the next morning.
Yeah, so then like this guy's paying for his fucking dry cleaning, and he like gives like Mari extra money because like he's like, oh, you're so pretty, and he's like, no, I want to give you this money, and she's like, oh no, this is too much. No, I really need to use your bathroom.
It's
and I was like,
so fucking funny because you think he's trying to hit on her to like ask her out on a date by bribing her with money, and then it just is, no, I really have to shit.
So then like they all like come to the bath, like this guy, like I guess he just left the bathroom and he just dies. He just gets dusted. Like,
I said out loud, if it turns out that this man shit himself to death, I will be upset.
It's a shit orphanage. So like, yeah, so they like this two-parter, like they're figure, okay, we got a murder mystery on our hands. One of us is an orphanage. And
fucking
like,
Kasaka starts talking to the camera. I'm like, I'm not ready for this interaction.
So then like they're like one by one of them is like they're all getting like dusted, and they're like, oh, who's the murderer? And then I'm just sitting there like I don't know why I didn't pick up that it was the goldfish. It wasn't
because it's stupid. Why would anyone guess that?
So turns out the murderer is the goldfish because it turns into an orphanage, and it's
like an actual like. They literally say no one ever said orphanacs were only humans, and I'm like, I guess, but fuck you.
And now I just want to see like another Faiz special or something with just animal orphanacs. That'd be fucking sick. Like, like a turtle, a bear.
Okay. I will. As much as I don't want to, I will say there is precedent. Think about the monsters they fought in Paradise Lost.
Yeah. True.
Those are non-human orphanacs? Question mark?
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, so like it has like a little mini goldfish orphanac form, but then I was like, there's no way it's gonna just stick like that, and then
it just grows.
And then like it starts like
Memeing on them.
Yeah, like memeing on them and stuff. Like you hear like people with no name playing in the background, and it's like more like goldfish with no name.
So much for 20 years. This song's wasted on you fuckers.
I'm just sitting here like, shut the fuck up.
Is this monster trying to meme us?
So then, like, we get a Faiz next and Kaizen next double henshin, which even like Keitaro's fucking nephew goes like, "Oh my god, a double henshin, that's sick." No, like,
and then
which was sick.
And this is the only time we get to see next Kaiser Axel,
which is pretty fucking cool.
It was so badass.
It was so fucking sick. Kaiser's awesome.
Oh my god! And then
they kill the goldfish.
And then they kill it, and then Takumi brings home a loach, I guess.
Yep. Should have been Sakuma Baptist.
And then surprise, Koda was also an Orphanok. He killed one of them also, but it was not important.
Nope. So
and I'm like, all right, great.
Yep. So that was that.
It was dumb, but I laughed.
Yeah, it was stupid but fun. So I didn't expect the goldfish to
exactly what a non-canon side special should be, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
that's nice.
Really great celebration anniversary for longtime Faiz fans such as us.
Yep.
I still think Inoue is a villain and needs to be locked away and kept far away from the franchise.
This guy, Toei's gotta stop putting him in shit.
Stop hiring this man, please. for my sanity, if nothing else.
I think what like broke you too was when they just like shoehorned him into Dawn Brothers in like the last couple episodes. You're like, okay,
this man is sniffing his own farts.
Dude, like I loved him in Faiz. I loved him in Suocher. I love this actor. He's great. I more of him, please. I love it. I love his creepy smile. He's a good actor. So.
Wait, are we talking about Inoue or Kusaka?
Kusaka.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that is Castranger for the week. Jikai Radio Sentai Castranger. Next week, I get to be angry some more because it's the other King Oger crossover movie. King Oger versus Kyoryuger.
We get Daigo. Daigo's back.
Daigo's back, and I hope you've enjoyed liking Uchi.
Yeah, I know one of the reasons why.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
All right. Shout out to our currently active patrons, which include Blaze, Armorhide, Sentai VT, Midas the Fool, Vegas Bear, and Jackaplier. Thank you very much for supporting what we do. As always, thank you for watching, listening, liking, favoriting, sharing, subscribing, hitting the bell, and being awesome. The primary source of our hijinks is castranger.podbean.com. From there, you can find our Facebook, Twitter, Discord, Patreon, merch store, all of our cool shit. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next week.
Stay Faiz.